Matt, important minutes for many players tonight in our first pre-season game. Like I said, good evening all round by the result.
Yeah, look, I was pleased with the first 30 minutes in terms of the intent of the team. I'm just looking at the way players move at the moment, their physical attributes, how dynamic they are, if they can open their legs, and how comfortable they are in those movement patterns. The first or the middle part of the game was disjointed because obviously it was our under-18s team, and as expected they struggled against a more physical and well-drilled senior opposition. But in terms of the start of the game and the end of the game, the players are moving pretty well. Bar the ones who aren't on that pitch tonight, I'm pretty pleased with where they are.
Typical Exeter City getting stuck in traffic again on the way down as well, I hear.
Yeah, it's part and parcel of it. Our closest game throughout the season, and it still takes us 4 hours, but I think that's to be expected this time of year. That's why we play so many fixtures on a Friday evening, trying to avoid the Saturday and the weekend traffic to a certain extent, but obviously that didn't work today. Nothing we could do about it, and the players have conducted themselves really well this week. A pleasing week in terms of the workload we've got into them, barring Pearce. Obviously Sam Stubbs still coming back to fitness, and Kyle Taylor. The group physically looked good.
So that was a really important week away in Wales as well. Obviously we were down on Wednesday, we saw bits of it, intense running, which I'm not sure the players enjoyed too much, but obviously other days it's important.
Yeah, first 10 days, 2 weeks pre-season, always just topping up the fitness aspects. They probably looked a little bit rusty in some aspects of their footballing game this evening, but I'm not too concerned about that. We've got plenty of time to fine-tune those moments. We'll need to add quality to the group in terms of personnel, but certainly in terms of execution as well. It's all about the fitness, and like I say, they've come through it really well. Some are looking in really good shape. They've got to maintain that and build on it.
That middle period of the game where we saw some of the academy squad play, some really great football from them at times, and obviously Tiverton, a club that in the future will probably see themselves on loan at.
Yeah, that was almost a period of time where they could showcase themselves. Individually they showed good moments, Alfie Clark especially, but in terms of the way the team hit the moments of importance, i.e. the opposition goals, we just struggled in that moment. It might be the physicality, it might be the understanding of what needed in the game against more senior opposition, and like I say, that was to be expected. So that was just not the negative, because I don't want those young players to lose any confidence. If anything, they've got to take heart from being on the pitch against a senior opposition, and understand now what it takes to be more consistent against that opposition.
Great to see so many people here tonight. 55 days since that Port Vale game, but it's felt like much longer. I think a lot of the players have mentioned this just felt like the longest pre-season they've had.
Well, it is the longest pre-season myself and the staff and the players have had for an awfully long time, whether it was the COVID situation like we know about, or the playoff campaigns which we've been involved in. It was a really needed and welcome break, but then it gets to a certain point within that break where you start thinking towards the season, and some of the younger players especially, they've not had that much time off and they wanted to come back and get going again. The senior ones know how to manage themselves through that period a little bit differently, and spend their time elsewhere. But the players were itching to get back in, and we've seen that in enthusiasm throughout the first 10 days of pre-season, and hopefully that continues. We've pretty much got 2 games a week now from now until the start of the season, and those games will be the moments for the players to impress.
Well, that next one is at Western-super-Mare. What sort of side can we expect from that one? Similar to tonight or more?
No, we'll do 245s. I think by Tuesday the players should be physically ready for 245s. They might have been tonight, but on the back of such a heavy load week this week, we thought it was sensible just to give them 30 to 35 minutes, and allow the 18s to get that experience as well, whereas Tuesday night will be more like a normal pre-season game where 245s, and then we go to Friday and start building up 60-30s, and then all of a sudden we won't be too far off those 90-minute marks. Certainly looking towards the Bristol City game, the Yeovil game and the Torquay game in relation to that. I know we're still trying to get the right fixture the Tuesday before the Lincoln game, to keep adding minutes, but also quality and relevant opposition.
Off the pitch on Sunday, we've got the party at the park. It's been a couple of years now since we last had that event. It's another great fan engagement event. It's great for the families to come down to meet some of the players before the important stuff during the season begins.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's the new kit is on sale for the first time, so I'm sure the sales will be going up in relation to that. It'll be another good day. Really good turnout tonight, considering sort of a Friday evening, and on the back of what's to come this weekend, the Devon County Show and so on and so forth. I hope Sunday's another positive event for the football club. There's that positive feel we had all throughout last season, and long may that continue. And I'm sure Sunday's event, and myself being there and the players being there, just keeps that interaction with the fans going.